What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be talking about a video that's been making its rounds on Twitter, and a lot of people have been talking about this so far, and it looks like this is a new potential way to have a quote-unquote aimbot for consoles. Now for those that aren't aware, the current generations of consoles are still generally pretty secure. So this includes like PS4, Xbox One, as well as PS5 and Xbox Series X. And therefore, at least to my knowledge, and I try to keep my finger on the pulse of this, there is no ability to have actual aimbots or wall hacks on these generations of consoles. On Xbox 360 and PS3, yes, those got jailbroken a long time ago, and we absolutely saw aimbots and wall hacks on those. But at least on the current generations of consoles, keeping in mind we're kind of in between generations at the moment, but on both of those generations, the only real method of cheating, which has become very popular unfortunately, is using devices that alter your inputs, like a cronus for instance, which I'm sure most of you guys are fully aware of that. And while these devices are absolutely cheating, I am firmly against them, just to be very clear there. They're not nearly as bad as the actual wall hacks or aimbots. They don't show you people through walls, and they can't like immediately snap to somebody's head or anything. They more so just have like advanced aim assist, as well as automatic recoil control. Unfortunately, it looks like that is being taken to the next level. With this new form of a cheat that has just popped up recently, I think it's still in development to my knowledge. I tried to do a little bit of research on it to find out exactly how it works. With this, it still doesn't alter the code of the game or anything like that, because the consoles are still secure. However, it uses machine learning to scan your screen and detect movement, and this program will automatically change your inputs in order to snap to that moving target. So this is now the closest thing we've seen so far in this generation of consoles to an actual aimbot, and it's very concerning to see this. Now with this, I did want to point out some limitations because I've seen some people blow this out of proportion a little bit, and I'm not trying to downplay this too much, I just want to make sure the facts are out there. This is not going to be a wall hack. You're not going to be able to detect targets through walls using this because it requires the target to actually be visible on your screen. Which also means you're not going to get that aim lock on somebody that's literally invisible on your screen. Like in Warzone, you're not going to be able to snap to that target that's in the gas 300 meters away and doesn't appear on your screen. You can't do that with this, unlike an actual aimbot on PC. And then another limitation to this is you do require a piece of hardware for your inputs, and it also requires you to have some sort of a capture card and a PC nearby your console, because you have to actually send your gameplay footage to the PC so that this machine learning can analyze what you're seeing on screen and therefore make decisions based on that and send out the inputs. Having said that though, even with these limitations, this is very scary to see on console because at least without crossplay, we're generally well insulated from something this advanced, something that's actually going to automatically track targets for you, with no input required on your end at all, or very little input. Apparently you will have to aim in the general direction of that target first, and then this program will sort of do the rest. But it's really scary to see, especially since this is just the beginning of stages of this. It's scary to see where this could end up going in the future. Fortunately, in its current state, like I said, there are several limitations, and this isn't something you can simply download and install and you're good to go. You will require some hardware, which is fairly expensive, and a lot of it the average person doesn't have. Like, the average person isn't playing with a PC next to them, as well as having a capture card that will actually capture things in real time and not have a significant delay to it. So it's not going to be nearly as accessible as something like a cronus, where you just buy the device and you're good to go. But the fact that this even exists is extremely concerning to me. Now on the flip side of that, I do like to look at the bright side of things, and one potential upside to this is this may end up forcing the hand of the console manufacturers and various developers to better combat devices which can alter your inputs. This kind of technology could likely be adapted to basically any kind of game out there, and it looks like it's going to have much more of an impact on the game than something like a cronus, which at this point I don't think console manufacturers or developers see as a massive threat, because it can be so hard to even tell if someone's using a cronus or not. And the average player doesn't even have a clue about these devices, and therefore it's not really hurting their bottom line. So I'm kind of hoping that this advancement in the cheating technology for console is going to force their hand and cause them to develop better security when it comes to plugging various devices into the console itself. I'm fully aware of the fact that this will always be an uphill battle, there's always going to be a back and forth here, but I'm hoping this at least gets the ball rolling, and I hope they start taking devices like this far more seriously as a result of this advancement in technology. Now, maybe that's just wishful thinking. I always try to look at the positive side of things, and maybe I'm wrong, and this is basically just going to be the end of at least relatively fair console competition as we know it. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this all pans out. At the end of the day, though, all you console players out there should be very concerned about this new style of cheat that's coming to console. But with that, I'd like to hear from you guys in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this advancement in cheating technology for console? Are you very concerned about this, or do you think it's really not going to be that big of a deal since it has too many limitations? Also, do you think this is the type of thing that will eventually force their hand to start combating devices that affect your input? Or do you think they're basically just going to ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist? Just let me know those thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.